Many men can eat 50 eggs. No one believed when the story came through on the AP wire. 2 copy editors and a composing room intern grabbed it off the reel and passed it around the press room jokingly. It was straight out of Weekly World News. Maybe Bat Boy was behind this caper. No man can eat 50 eggs, the announcer Louisiana drawled into the microphone. The pork palace was stuffed to capacity. The folks of Trotterville loved their eating contests. The preferred consumptive was pork, but the mayor's son, Ricky Lee, watched Cool Hand Luke 14 times last week on TBS and wanted eggs. I can eat 100 hot dogs, pork, or beef, Jim Bob screamed to the adoring crowds with raised fists. He could hork down straight pork, but always had problems with the bread. It stuck in his mouth, and he had to chew. But the hot dogs went down whole. They piled in little meat tube pyramids in his tummy, and Jim Bob was known to massage his belly to restack the contents. It never worked if there was a bun involved. So let's see about these piddly eggs. A small wager between competitors had 4 large men hunched over 200 peeled white chicken eggs, medium size. They glistened in the sweaty summer sun, their yellow yolks ringed with gray because Margie Sue overcooked more than a few. The prize was $3,000 and pride, but side bets reached over 30 grand. The whole town of Trotterville was invested. Even third graders had Pokemon cards doubled down. Everyone loved when the fat men came to town. These traveling monstrosities were better than Santa. The town would be buzzing about eggs for weeks to come. But these Santas squared gifted disaster and exploding stockings. This was Jimmy Ray's first rodeo. He joined the competitive eating circuit 3 days previous, but trained his whole life for moments like this. He'd always been obese, not just fat. His folds needed to be powdered twice a day to avoid crevice rot. He didn't mind being made fun of. He'd made money off it. Jimmy Ray, bet you can't eat 3 bologna sandwiches in under a minute. For $5, bet you I can. Jimmy Ray, bet you can't eat 2 snails and a jar of peanut butter in under 2 minutes. For $5, bet you I can. His youth was spent preparing for the big time, and he finally made it. Those eggs didn't stand a chance. He planned on chewing every other one. Swallow, chew, swallow, chew. His mama would be so proud. Travis and Trevor, the eating twins, were rumored to train on whole pigs. Their daddy owned a butcher shop in Louisville and would bury a pig in a pit, Hawaiian style, letting the boys split the whole animal in a sitting for practice. They were best with ribs and oysters, separately, and took New Orleans last month. They played to the crowd with tandem dances and football-style end-zone celebrations. Trevor the Python Jones was favored to win because he had his back molars removed last year and could swallow almost anything whole. The 4 fatties sat ready for the gun. The contest was less dramatic than the town of Trotterville hoped for. All 4 finished their 50 eggs. Big Jimmy Ray finished first, followed by Trevor, then Jim Bob and Travis. All were within 30 seconds of one another. They slid off the stage and rolled back to their shared room at the Motel 6 on the main drag. None vomited their precious cargo. Jimmy Ray even went to the Chicken and Waffle House for dinner and ate 3 crispy leg thigh combos with extra butter and syrup for dipping. Some kids asked for his autograph, and he burped in a young girl's face, to which she lovingly replied, "I'll never wash this face again." The egg gas smell was funny at 7 p.m. All 4 reposed on their beds, farting loudly, shaking the walls. The smell wafted under the door and caused complaint in the next room. The whole area surrounding their stink vacated. They laughed and caroused, pulling one another's fingers until Travis and Trevor decided to show the newbie a childhood trick. "Have you ever lit one on fire?" they asked. "No, I've thought about it, though." "We do it all the time. It's easy. I can make a fireball as big as your head." Travis bent over as Trevor held the lighter behind. AP, Trotterville, Louisiana. 4 competitive eaters die in methane explosion.